Hi, welcome to today's vlog post on special needs and other labels. Miriam, I believe that's where I got this definition, says that special needs are individual requirements as for education of a person with a disadvantaged background, mental, emotional, or physical disability, or a high risk of developing one. So that's the definition. Okay. Special needs. Do you accept this label for yourself or for other people? Does it make you bristle? Or do you not have any opinion of it at all? And doesn't everyone have special needs of some sort? A need to be loved, for acceptance. You may not have an emotional or physical or mental disability, but that love and acceptance, isn't that a special need? Aren't those special needs? Something to think about. I am kind of on the fence about it. I understand where both sides are coming from. It's something that has been used for a long time to describe a certain population with certain issues. But we have so many labels. To me, it would be nice if we were all considered human beings. That's what I wish. Because labels separate us. They call us out. When really what we need to be doing is coming together. I remember when I was working as a volunteer at the Special Olympics years ago. This was in high school. So it was a long time ago. I was a chaperone for an athlete. And I came up to this table where they had some information. It was an agency there with information. And the person behind the table said to me, "Can you read?" She thought because of my wobble walk, I was a participant in the Special Olympics. But the thing of it was, I was thinking, why? Because just because I have this wobble walk, does this woman think that I have a mental disability? That I can't read? Or a learning disability that I can't read? And so being a teenager at the time, I bristled. I was upset over that. But now I'm sure that I would be more understanding toward her. But at the time, I was stubborn. And so that tells you that people have their own ideas about physical appearances and what disability is. So anyway, I bristled over. It was an event for disabled people. But I just didn't take too kindly to her remarks at the time. And I remember when I posted on my website that I was a special needs coach. People were like, what's that? Or why would you label it like that? And so I thought about it. And I thought, okay, well, what about abilities coaching? That's positive. Well, nobody could figure out what that was either. You know, abilities, why would there be an abilities coach? What's that have to do with anything? Well, now I'm thinking maybe taking that out entirely and listing my specialties as friendship coaching and chronic health issues coaching. Because people with special needs have health issues many times. And then there's all sorts of other health issues out there. So that aren't maybe considered special needs. So I cover all the bases maybe through the new term. But we'll see. I'm still thinking about it. Now, what other labels can you think of? The R word. And also physically challenged. That was popular when I was in college for physically or mentally disabled. And then there's crippled. I've been called crippled. So, what was it like to grow up crippled? Someone actually asked me that. Somebody brand new to me asked me that. And it just kind of took my breath away. It was kind of like, it kind of hit me really like a brick because I found it offensive. I mean, why would somebody you barely know say something like that? And maybe that's the word that person grew up using. And it's just part of their psyche. They use that word without thinking. So, but I just bristled and I was like, oh, okay. But I didn't argue with the person. I answered the question, but I was kind of like, well, I could have rephrased that better. Okay, what about handicapped? That's still used quite a bit. It seems like it went out of fashion, or I guess that's the word. I don't know if fashion's the word, but went out of use for a while. But it seems to be coming back. And disabled is really popular too, to talk about this population as well. But handicapped. I don't know. It's handicapped parking, handicapped accessible. My husband actually, since especially I've had my problems with my knee, it goes out on me, and it's really hurt. And I've got a spur in there that hurts. And I have a harder time walking. My husband's like, well, maybe we should get a special plate for the car so we can park in the handicap parking. And I kind of bristle at it because I've never really considered myself handicapped. I've never really wrapped my head around that. I've always kind of avoided it. I did do that once. I had a parking permit at college way back. But lately, I haven't, in my adult life, I haven't talked about that much, or haven't thought about it. And so we might get it, but I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I don't mind walking. It's harder, but I don't mind walking. We'll see. And let's see. What do you think of all these labels? Do you think of any others? Can you think of any others that I didn't include? Should we use labels at all? Like I was saying before, can't we just all be human beings? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about all of this? Is it something you even think about? Is it something you think that you might consider thinking about more? I would love to hear your comments and your thoughts about this. And email me, Amy, at acnlifecoach.com, or post in the comments. Have a great day. Take care.